On May 19th, Crystal Palace Baltimore took 3 points off the Rhinos' table. After a disappointing result last week against Minnesota, the Rhinos are hungry and ready for the rematch. Next, it's Rochester and Baltimore on the Rhinos Broadcast Network. It's a World Cup Saturday at Marina Auto Stadium, and we'll continue with the soccer action. USSF Division II style. Rochester takes on Baltimore. Good evening, soccer fans. I'm Joe Giuliano, joined by our color commentator, Mike Kerms, and a bit of rematch on the line this evening for the Rochester Rhinos. May 19th, Crystal Palace Baltimore came into Marina Auto Stadium. They picked up a 1-0 victory thanks to a 55th minute goal from Randy Patterson. Now, Crystal Palace, they've got 3 wins overall in the season, 2 of those coming against Portland and 1 against your Rochester Rhinos. They've got some dangerous players in their lineup, but it really starts with a very crafty and creative Brazilian who, Mike, last time when they were here, we were very impressed with his play.
Yeah, Neto is a solid player. He rarely loses the ball. He can dribble around 2 or 3 players, and he just switches the ball back and forth. And if Neto's in his game tonight, the Rhinos are going to have their hands full with him.
Battle of the midfield is shaping up to be a tough one this evening as we shift gears to the Rochester Rhinos, who are coming off a 0-0 result, a very disappointing result against the Minnesota Stars last weekend. And Mike, in the Rochester Rhinos midfield, will focus on number 8, Jamie Franks.
Yeah, Jamie Franks, the last couple games he's been solid, but if he plays the way that he did a couple games ago, where he was just controlling the midfield, just like Neto does, he was all over the place, he was switching the ball from side to side, he was penetrating the defense, and he played really, really well. And if Jamie's on his game, Baltimore's going to have their hands full tonight.
And we'll see who wins the battle of the midfield this evening as Rochester takes on Baltimore. Well, earlier today we caught up with Rhinos coach Bob Lilly, got his thoughts on last week's performance against the Minnesota Stars.
Yeah, I mean, it was disappointing to draw last week. Game we felt like if we played well, we're going to get 3 points. So, I don't know that we had the energy, even though we dictated most of the game. We need to make keepers work more and be more aggressive and assertive, and that's been the theme for us this week. We need to take, more shots, more risk, more adventure. We've got to, really put teams under and expect us to put pressure higher up the field as well tonight to get at them and make it hard for them to even get out of their end.
Stick around. Kickoff is next. It's the Rochester Rhinos and Crystal Palace Baltimore coming up right here on the Rhinos Broadcast Network.
Nothnagel Realtors makes your home shopping experience even easier with our exclusive television show. During Nothnagel Realtors Showcase of Homes, we'll visit dozens of properties throughout the greater Rochester area, offering a variety of styles and price ranges. This is a great way to learn about the current real estate market, and you may see the home of your future. If not, keep watching, because we'll bring you new homes every week. Just one more advantage that Rochester's Realtor offers you.
Rochester. Car dealers all over New York will not sell you a vehicle because you owe thousands more on your old car than it's actually worth. My new economic stimulus program in conjunction with Marina Dodge can solve that problem today.
Hurry to Marina Dodge because this week we'll pay off your trade even if you owe $5,000 more than it's worth. Bring home $350 a week and you're virtually pre-approved. Or drive away in a 2010 Dodge Caliber with no money down and a payment of $129. Going on now at Marina Dodge in Webster. Always the best for less.
Time Warner Cable is dedicated to the future of our nation's children. That's why we've launched our Connect a Million Minds initiative. We're asking adults to help us inspire kids through science, technology, engineering, and math. And we're achieving this through local partnerships with FIRST. Across the country, Time Warner Cable employees are helping bring FIRST robotics competitions to the areas we serve. The future of our nation and our children depends on math, science, and technology. Visit connectamillionminds.com to find out what you can do.
Summer in Rochester can mean only one thing: great goals, great saves, and Rhino soccer. The Rochester Rhinos 2010 season continues at Marina Auto Stadium, Saturday, June 12th against Crystal Palace, Baltimore. Be among the first 5,000 fans and receive a handheld Rhinos fan, courtesy of Time Warner. For tickets, call 454-KICK.
I was doing nothing. Then I went to Finger Lakes Gaming and Racetrack. They got it all. Exciting slots, nearly 1,200 of them. This great all-you-can-eat buffet and live thoroughbred racing. Don't miss your chance to win a 2010 Camaro SS. Play daily for your chance to win. Hurry, time's running out. Plus, join the club and receive up to $25 in free slot play and other great members-only benefits at Finger Lakes Gaming and Racetrack. The fun starts here.
Back to Marina Auto Stadium. Joe Giuliano with Mike Kerms this evening. The Rochester Rhinos and Crystal Palace, Baltimore. The second meeting of the season. These two teams met on May the 19th. Randy Patterson in the 55th minute, giving Crystal Palace the 1-0 victory. Well, the players are lined up at midfield. Mike, let's take a look at the starting lineups first for the visiting team. Crystal Palace, Baltimore, they're going to start off with Evan Bush, and then that's the 24-year-old. This will be his 9th appearance of the season. The back four will look like this. It'll be Robson, Pejic, Marshall, and Nishimura. In the midfield, Healy, Lucio, Fusilier, and Neto. Up top, Mbuta and Patterson. And Mike, you talked about Neto at the start of the broadcast, and Neto, the 29-year-old, looked very calm, cool, composed, especially under pressure last time they were here.
Yeah, speaking with Neto before the game today, he's got a completely different focus. Neto used to not focus as much on the game, on his health, on himself, and taking care of himself off the field. He always did it on the field, but he didn't do it off the field. And now he's putting both of them together, and it's showing on the pitch. He is taking the ball from side to side. He's controlling the game. He's the man.
Crystal Palace coached by 35-year-old Jim Chernesky. For your home team, the Rochester Rhinos, leading the way, head coach Bob Lilly, not happy as he talked at the start of the broadcast with last week's performance against Minnesota. They'll go with Scott Vallow in goal once again. Looks like it's going to be Roberts, Greenfield, Sanfilippo, and Pitch Colin in the back. And the midfield, Costanzo, Franks, Montegalvan, Spicer, and up top, Hoxie, and not sure where Kissi's going to fit into the mix yet, Mike.
Yeah, Kissi could very easily move into the midfield and have the Rhinos go with their 4-5-1 again, possibly with Montegalvan in front of the four, and then having Kissi move back into the midfield and just have Hoxie be that lone forward up top.
The official this evening, Steve Montanino. Assistants are Andrew Evangelos, Bill Angle, and your fourth official is Ashley Cedro. As Rochester 4-3-3 with 15 points. Crystal Palace, Baltimore 3-5-2 with 11 points. As Rochester game number 11 of the 2010 season. The Rhinos huddling up, and subs available this evening. Backup goalkeeper Neil Kitson, Hines, Bellamy, Rosenland, Hamilton, Gore, and the newcomer, Versailles, who actually played one game this year with Crystal Palace, Baltimore. He's in the 18 this evening. As the crowd getting ready for kickoff here at Marina Auto Stadium on a World Cup Saturday. And Mike, I don't know about you, but my soccer viewing started at 7 o'clock this morning with Greece and South Korea.
Oh yeah, there was definitely a ruckus at my house. Luckily enough, there was a couple chainsaws going off at the neighbor's house, and and the neighbor came over. He apologized. I'm like, you know what? You got me awake. I was up at 7:30 watching the greatest event in the world.
Absolutely outstanding, and hopefully the exciting soccer continues here this evening at Marina Auto Stadium.
And it feels like we've got the weather from South Africa here. It's a little cool, and it's going to be a great night for soccer. And this is going to be a great game. Another great game for all the Rhinos fans. You've been watching the World Cup. You got to come out here and cheer on your Rhinos here locally in Rochester.
Rhinos are huddling up. They'll wear the black and white jerseys, black shorts, and black socks for Crystal Palace. Baltimore, the red and blue striped tops with the blue shorts and blue socks. The Rhinos attacking the goal to our left. Hoxie and Spicer to get us underway here. As your official, Steve Montanino, overlooking things. Hopefully the rain will hold off this evening, as it was supposed to be a muggy, warm night, but it's dropped considerably. It's very cool this evening at Marina Auto Stadium.
Yeah, the Rhinos are going with the 4-4-2. They actually moved Kissi out to the left with Spicer up top, and that's going to add some speed on the left-hand side here. It'd be interesting to see Kissi going after Nishimura on the left-hand side here.
Here's Costanzo now, back to San Filippo. Montegalvan comes in high with the boot, and he'll get the first call of the game here against him. Free kick for Baltimore. It's Vider to take it. Drives one low right into the left foot of Montegalvan. Here's Franks now. Back to Alfonso Montegalvan. Robson tries to get it past Costanzo. He can't. And Rich Costanzo coming forward looking for Hoxie. Hoxie had a one-game loan with Harrisburg, played upwards of 70 minutes. Now he is back with the Rhinos, making his 6th appearance of the season. And this goal kick coming up for Evan Bush, the 24-year-old who struggled last year with the Cleveland City Stars, as they took a beating, no doubt about that. There's the goal kick, 2nd minute and scoreless. Neto. Back to Lucio. Lucio looking for Mbuta on the far side. Sanfilippo steps in. Hoxie trying to get over Marshall for the header. Ball's at midfield now. Montegalvan. Pop it forward. Headed back by Healy. Nishimura. And there's going to be a foul called here on Jonathan Greenfield as he takes down Fusilier. Santiago Fusilier. 26 years old, played with Carolina. Out of pro soccer in 2009. Now back in the mix. Free kick, Nishimura. Pitch Cullen comes in hard to win the header for the Rhinos. There's Lucio. Not the same Lucio as we have talked about before from Inter Milan and the Brazil national team. Pitch Cullen is going to go deep and long with this one. They'll say it goes out of bounds. And it'll be a throw-in for Robson. Now, Robson last game, Mike, when they were here, seemed to be off the game plan. He was going long. Palace Baltimore was trying to go short, but then he really tidied things up in the second half.
Yeah, the second half he surprised us. I mean, my goal going into the locker room with that was let's attack the left-hand side because Robson was struggling in the first half. And then in the second half, he changed. It was like he was a completely different player. Played short, and then played long when it was necessary. And he's looks like he's changed his game a little bit. And if they go through Neto like Robson just did there, they're gonna be tough for the Rhinos.
Now with Neto, he was given some space and some time last game. Do you see the Rhinos kind of tightening it up on him just a bit?
They need to if they're going to win this game, and it looks like Lucio is going to play the role that Later did in the last game, and he's going to be the workhorse for Neto, allowing Neto to do his craftiness.
Throw in here on the near side for Nishimura and Crystal Palace Baltimore, who are coming off a tough loss or a tough tie, which I'm sure feels like a loss on Wednesday. They were up 3-1 against Miami with 7 minutes left. Ended up giving up 2 goals, 3-3 final score.
Things always happen in the last part of the game, and you can't let yourself down no matter how many goals you're up or how many goals you're down.
There's Patterson all the way back into his own half of the field. Randy Patterson scored 2 goals on Wednesday at Miami.
Now Patterson last time came in for Seabrook, who's been released, and Seabrook struggled last game, and that was the best sub that Baltimore could have made because Patterson really changed the game for Baltimore last time.
55th minute, he found the game winner. It was a bad giveaway by Pitch Cohen that Neto tried to combine with Patterson. Rhinos defense broken up. Scott Vallow getting the start. His 6th appearance of the season. He's 2-1-3 with a 0.83 goals against average.
You know, Kitson went in there. He played well over the last few weeks, but he also gave up some goals that were 50-50. You didn't know if they should have gone in or not, and that's at some point you got to say, okay, do we want the veteran or do we want a guy who doesn't have as much experience?
Well, one thing will be for sure: come playoff time, they've both seen a good amount of action once late in the season rolls along. Kissi. He's getting more touches. Now he gets a start this evening. As the last few games, he's come off the bench. He's only played in 4 games this year after a very promising preseason where he played as an out-and-out striker. Now he has got a bit of a different role. Here's Bush now off the turf. Neto trying to go forward to Patterson. And the Rhinos break it down. Here's Franks, who's been solid. They'll get Kissi. Quick touch into space. Big long strides. Cuts around Lucio. Back to Franks. Franks could have gone forward some more. Goes outside to Sanfilippo. Now takes it forward. Hoxie, big and strong, top of the 18. Spinning back to his right. Tries to get it outside to Costanzo. Broken up by Robson. Here's Matthew Mbuta. He's taken down, and we'll say a throw-in for Baltimore on the far side. 6th minute and scoreless.
I believe Nishimura is going to have his hands full with Kissi tonight. If they keep getting it to Kissi to the width, getting the width out, getting it out to the wide, getting out wide to Kissi. Excuse me. Kissi's just going to have to keep going at Nishimura because he beat him easily right there.
Quick little touch, and you saw the huge burst of speed. Lucio steps in, plays it forward here on the near side for Fusilier. Patterson inside the 18, double teamed. Knocked off the ball by Montegalvan, but it falls on the foot of Neto. Too much traffic. Frank's coming away with it for the Rhinos. Here's Frankie Sanfilippo, team captain and right defender. Montegalvan. Near side for Greenfield, a South African who's I'm sure extremely excited. His homeland hosting World Cup 2010. His long ball, though, is taken away, and Mbuta coming away with it on the far side. Robson overlapping, and easily taken away by the Rhinos. Sanfilippo can't get it to Hoxie. Off the chest of Pejic. Still with it, Neto. Fancy little backheel pass. Roberts reads it well for the Rhinos. Mbuta, corner of the 18 on the far side, back to Neto. Cuts, shoots with the left. Vallow diving to his left, makes the save, leaves a bit of a rebound there, but no one to pounce on it for Baltimore.
Yeah, great patience by Neto in the box again, and he gets it. He cuts, and he gets an opportunity on net.
Trying to get Spicer, threaded the needle there. Marshall and Pejic. There's Neto cutting and looking for the left-footed shot. As Mike mentioned at the start of the broadcast, he does look much more fit and in top shape. Out of bounds on the near side. Throwing for Roberts. The Rhinos coming off a very disappointing scoreless draw with Minnesota last weekend. Roseland did rock one off the crossbar, but it just wasn't enough pressure and attack for Rochester last week. And Buta. Lucio. There's Nishimura. Back to Lucio. Far side. Healy gets it back to Robson, the Englishman. There's a long ball here. Headed off of Mbuta. Let's see if he can keep it in. Patterson does. And puts Rochester in a deep throw-in position.
It's interesting here. The Rhinos they're trying to attack in a 4-4-2 with Spicer just working up and down from forward to midfield, but they're defending in a 4-5-1. Spicer's not going to be able to do that the entire game. He's not going to be able to get up top with Hoxie with that speed. You can see right now he's kind of sitting back, and the Rhinos are sitting back into a 4-5-1. So it's what we predicted from the very beginning, but they showed a 4-4-2 from the very start.
Offsides, Patterson checking back, and the Rhinos quick on the restart. Franks for Costanzo. Second start of the year for Costanzo. Picked up his first start against Minnesota. Actually scored a goal in the 3-0 win. Here he is now to Sanfilippo. Hoxie tries to put it through the legs of the defender, cuts back to his left. Low cross, and Spicer makes a meal of it. Great opportunity, should have done better there.
Yeah, that's great stuff by Hoxie. I mean, very, very impressive. I thought Hoxie was going to try to get the corner kick there, but he worked it, and he got the cross here. Great ball by Frankie. Hoxie just has the ball and he cuts him. He gets it between the legs and then he cuts again. And he sees Spicer right in front of the net. Spicer's got to finish that. You don't get those opportunities very often.
So still scoreless after 11 minutes. Great opportunity. Build up from Hoxie. Setting the table there for Spicer. Patterson. Healy just sends a deep one into the Rhinos' half of the field. Fusilier and Greenfield tangle for it. Rhinos defender comes away with it. There's Spicer. Montegalvan. Franks. Sanfilippo now on the far side. Here's Sanfilippo now on the far side, cutting towards the center of the pitch. And Buta reaching out, stealing the pass. Baltimore gives possession back to the Rhinos with Kissi. Lucio will step in here now off the chest. And back to Healy. There's Mbuta now on the far side. He's got some blazing speed. Trying to get through three Rhino defenders. Almost does. The third one shuts the door. Franks comes away with it now for Rochester. Hoxie has a quick one touch on the outside, and it's not going to stay in bounds. It'll be a goal kick coming up for Crystal Palace, Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore's got a little bit of a different look here, too. I'm very surprised that they don't have Neto in the center of the park, because last time he was here, he ran the show. But now they've got him up top, and I guess they're trying to get some production out of him into the back of the net.
I don't know if he sees enough touches to be as effective as you mentioned last time they were here for Jim Chernesky and Baltimore. Filippo just steps into this one. It's high. Robson, his clearance comes off the chest of Kissi. Sanfilippo now on the far side. Cross here to Spicer. Lays it off for Greenfield. Checking back is Kissi, turning, facing the goal now. Franks. Greenfield, near side. Low cross. No one there but Lucio to come away with it. There's Robson, 26 years old, from Hull, England. Long ball forward. Patterson's header goes to Neto. Greenfield closing the door immediately and winning possession back for the Rhinos. Pitch Colin. Can't get it over Nishimura to Kissi. Hard tackle by Greenfield. As he gets the knee of Fusilier. He is down.
Yeah, that was a hard tackle by Greenfield, but it was pretty clean. I wouldn't give that a yellow card at all, and maybe Greenfield's just trying to send a message. This is the guy that's going to be going at him all game. So I mean, Greenfield just gets stuck in. He goes for the ball. I don't even see a foul there, but the ref sees something different. But good message sent by Greenfield.
Fusilier holding the left knee, the 26-year-old. Free kick coming up here. Lucio checking back to receive it. The long ball forward. No one's going to get to that one. Vallo easily will scoop that one up. There's Rochester 0-0 in their last game. Baltimore 3-3 in Miami. Roberts. Nice trap by the 22-year-old Kissi. Settles it down. Gets it forward to Hoxie. Hoxie's taken down. Foul there on Healy. And the referee wants to have a word with him. So that's a couple times now. Free kick here for the Rhinos. Galvan wanted to go a little quicker with it. The referee said, let's hold on here for a second.
I think the ref's got to let that go. I think he's got to let the play go on. He's now taking the advantage away from the Rhinos.
You should have seen last week. The player had a cramp. The Rhinos were attacking. Here's a ball from Montegalvan, and Evan Bush at the 6 jumps on that one. But last week the Rhinos had an attack going. And a player from Minnesota had a cramp. Just a leg cramp, nothing serious. The referee stopped the play. The Rhinos were furious.
Absolutely amazing.
You know, for a conditioning issue like that, he should be punished. Play with a man down. That's all that is. It's a fitness issue.
We need to get some refs that used to play the game.
Yes. Patterson tries a cross that goes off of San Filippo. And it'll be a corner kick, the first one of the game for Baltimore, who are making their final appearance to Marina Auto Stadium in 2010. We will visit Crystal Palace on July the 14th and August the 18th. Corner kick from the far side. Healy to take it. In-swinger. Headed away there by Greenfield to the top of the 18. Misses the shot. Hoxie coming away with it for the Rhinos. Nowhere to go. Too much traffic there. And Crystal Palace comes away with it. Nishimura. Is it behind Fusilier? Franks. Nice little touch from Spicer. Now Franks is pushing forward. Gets it to Kissi. Good return service. Franks just outside the 18 on the near side. Left-footed cross. Robson and Healy trying to eliminate the pressure, but Franks lets it roll over the end line. And it's going to be a corner kick for the Rhinos on the near side.
Franks has a similar body style to Messi. I mean, he's all over the place. He's making overlaps. He'll pass the ball, and then he'll check away, check back, and Franks is into his game again.
I think Franks will be happy to hear that comparison.
Well, I'm not going to say he is Messi, but he's...
Even a whiff of Messi's is flattering. Nishimura. It's clearly marked 10 yards from the corner flag. And he's being asked to move back. He's still a step or two ahead. Franks with the corner kick from the near side. In-swinging service. Headed away at the corner of the 6, and Nishimura will clear it away. 18th minute and scoreless.
Frankie's got to get that out wide. He can't put it right down the center of the pipe. I mean, Bush is a solid keeper. He's been owning the 18 the last 15 minutes. Anything that's in there is his.
There's Robson. Then Buta, they try the 1-2. Midfield Franks as we look at some of the fans enjoying tonight's game. Franks with possession, middle of the park. Montegalvan gets a touch. Kissi. Let me go forward here. Top of the 18. He's dragged on. Spicer inside the box. His cross is deflected. Kissi now. And Greenfield with it. Tries to play one on the diagonal run from Costanzo. It's off the mark, and a goal kick coming up for Crystal Palace Baltimore. Bush to take it from the near side. 19th minute. Rochester and Baltimore were scoreless until minute number 55, when Patterson was the super sub, as Mike talked about. There's Bush's kick up over midfield. Montegalvan gets his head to it first. Hoxie lays it off Costanzo. Sanfilippo overlapping. Gets the ball from Costanzo. Return to Rich Costanzo. Far side near the corner flag. Healy gets the cross headed only as far away as Franks. He'll cross one back into the box. Kissi cuts around Nishimura. No, he can't win possession, as the Baltimore defender does a good job to fight. Montegalvan picks up a loose ball here, top of the 18. Hoxie, good job to flick it onto Kissi. He's on sides. Right-footed cross. Montegalvan back into the mix. Hoxie, left-footed shot just wide of the far post. He did a good job. Just did a good job fighting off the defender, waiting for that ball to come down.
Yeah, good patience in the 18 there. I mean, very, very impressive by Hoxie. Great head back by Montegalvan here. And then Hoxie's patient. Unfortunate he doesn't get the shot off. The shot he really wanted.
Yeah, good effort though. Not as close as he would have liked.
You know, he didn't realize that Baltimore even backed off even further, and he could have actually just brought that down again and then tucked it in.
Sanfilippo heads the goal kick back into the Baltimore half of the field. Greenfield just enough to nudge Fusilier off the ball. See if Roberts can keep this in here on the near side, and he does. He's pressured though immediately by Baltimore, who are not sitting back. We've seen a lot of teams come into Rochester and just hold at midfield. They're pressuring deep in Rochester's half.
Yeah, and they're definitely pressing, and Buda's pressing on the left-hand side. Fusilier was pressing on the right-hand side, and it looks like that they're playing the three guys across. They're just pressing with Neto, Fusilier, and Buda.
Franks cuts around Lucio, coming towards goal, top of the box. Spicer, touch. Not a good first touch there to set up the shot. He's off balance as he takes a weak shot, but Morenos do pick up a throw-in. Montegalvan with it. The Spicer, or Sanfilippo, I'm sorry, on the far side. Good quick passing. Good move by Costanzo. Hoxie, far side of the 18. Still with it. Low hard cross at the 6. Cleared away by Marshall.
Yeah, I think Hoxie wanted to look for Costanzo, give it right back to Costanzo there, but they cut it off very well, and I don't think Hoxie had a place to go there.
Long cross, looking for Kissi, gets his head on it. Drives it into the turf inside the 6, but Evan Bush is there. He'll scoop it up there for Baltimore. Bush taking his time, looking to go deep with this punt. Greenfield and Patterson battling for it. And this one goes, nope, they say it stays inbounds. Kissi comes away with it. It's played behind Franks. Able to track it down and take a look forward. Goes to the outside now. Sanfilippo, almost midway through half number 1. Greenfield wide open here on the near side. Fusilier coming over to close him down. Shimura lunging. Poke the ball forward to Healy, and he does. Nishimura now with the right foot. Looking for Neto. Pitch Colin steps in front of him and wins the ball back for Rochester. Franks, Kissi. Wasn't sure if he was going to go inside or outside there, and still knocked out of bounds, so it's a throw-in for Greenfield. Fusilier coming in with a hard late challenge, and it's the second one on Greenfield. And the referee, Steve Montanino, says no advantage. Free kick for Rochester.
Yeah, I disagree with Baltimore's decision to have Neto up top. He's not seeing the ball. He's not getting enough touches. and Baltimore's not getting any control. You've got Healy in there who has relatively little experience, and Lucio is just a hard worker. So they don't have anyone that's commanding this game.
Montegalvan will take the free kick here, and I agree 100% with that. After what we saw from Neto on the 19th of May. Healy, Neto, will check back, but Montegalvan steps in front of the pass. Lucio, spinning, getting away from the pressure. Patterson can't keep the possession here, and Rochester has it with Sanfilippo. Rich Costanzo now turning, and Buta trying to close him down on the far side. Does a good job to recover. Middle of the field, Montegalvan. It's a dangerous touch. Lucio comes in hard with the challenge. Neto coming a little deeper to receive the ball now. Trying to play it forward, and Buta picks up the header. Here's Mbuta, corner of the 18, steps on the ball. He's got to restart again here. Cuts it inside, takes a shot with the right foot. That's way off the mark.
Mbuta very technical there, very, very technical. And Neto, if you notice, Neto got the ball out to Mbuta, and he tried to play it to Patterson, got out to Mbuta. Neto's in the 18. They've got to play the ball through Neto more.
There's a shot from Mbuta.
Almost for a throw-in. Very technical on the ball. Maybe he can't shoot.
24-year-old Mbuta, 2 goals this season.
They call him the Black Pearl.
You know who they used to call the Black Pearl, don't you? The great one. Number 10 for the Cosmos.
Yeah, who is that?
Isn't it Pele?
I don't know if they called him the Black Pearl.
Or who was it? Eusebio was the Black Pearl, one of those number 10s. Kissi's going to get a word here from Steve Montanino. Restart taken. Nisha Murr gets it to Healy. Now Robson with it. It's a tough pass. Neto's not going to win that one. With Sanfilippo and pitch Colin. Baltimore's going to try it again. And pitch Colin there again first before Neto. Loose ball pops out to Mbuta. Sanfilippo and Mbuta, far side. And there's the patented Frankie Sanfilippo slide tackle. Bad cross there from Robson. Rhino's taking it midfield now. Hoxie touches it here to Kissi. He's got some space to open things up, and he's bombed into from behind by Fusilier. He's going to get a yellow card.
Yeah, I believe so. He might just get a warning here. Oh, no. He's telling him no more.
Wow. Generous.
It's a good foul. I mean, Kissi was going to break through right into the center of the park, and you never know what happens once the guy comes from midfield and breaks it to the center of the park.
No yellow card. 26th minute.
He may feel bad because Greenfield got him earlier.
So free kick for the Rhinos. Santiago Fusilier from Argentina. Be happy with the result of Diego Maradona's boys today. Montegalvan free kick. A little too deep there. Bush will pick it up under very little pressure. And punt this one away. And Mike had the opportunity to see Toronto and Kansas City last weekend at BMO Field. What an environment for soccer. Absolutely outstanding.
Beautiful stadium, huh?
21,000 cheering, screaming. They understood the game. They're just very knowledgeable, and they do a great job up in Toronto with their new MLS team.
Yeah, I mean, the MLS in 10 years, Joe, I'm just, fast forward 10 years, let's see what happens. 10 years ago, it wasn't there yet, and now players are getting paid what they're worth.
Yep.
And the players are coming over here. They want to play here. Players are staying here, and the MLS is going to be something in 10 years.
It was a party inside the stadium and outside. Absolutely wonderful job. Here's a long ball though for Patterson. Greenfield trying to slow him down. And he does. Patterson's forced to go backwards to Healy. Out midfield, Pejic.
The instant gratification of North American sports is it's not really there with soccer, but if they're enjoying the environment, and it's a family game to watch, but the appreciation for the game now, the World Cup, everyone's watching it, everyone on East Avenue in Rochester, New York is watching the World Cup. East Avenue was packed. I felt like I was in Germany 4 years ago. It was unbelievable. The TVs are outside. The fans are outside cheering. And you got English fans, U.S. fans, and people with arms around each other. The English fans, the U.S. pictures. It's
Beautiful.
great stuff. It was beautiful today.
Now we're going to see a card. As Pitch Colin takes down Mbuta. Steve Montanino insisting Pitch Colin come over. And I don't think Pitch Colin believes that there's a yellow card in the referee's hand. He is not happy about going to track down the Rhino defender.
Yeah, but Steve's making a spectacle here. Just show the yellow card and walk away and get on with the game. Steve's trying to become part of the game here, and he shouldn't be.
So 29th minute yellow card.
Steve's better than that. I've
Pitch
seen him
Colin?
ref before, and he's a better ref than that. He's just got to stay out of the game.
Some referees don't like to be showed up like that, but we'll see. Here's a long service. Vallow quickly to his near post. Or to the far side of the goal. Greenfield now, 29th minute. You can see the frustration, though, on the referee's face when Pitch Colin wasn't coming over.
Yeah.
I think he may be a little quick to pull out the second one.
Yeah, Pitch Collins definitely has
He's
to
on
be
thin
careful
ice.
here.
He's
Yep.
on thin ice.
You have to continue to respect the referee throughout the entire game.
Stanzo tried to go forward for Hoxie. A little too much pace.
The ref can't take it personal. The guys are just trying to play in the game. They're trying to get back into it. Listen, give me the yellow card. I understand.
Oh, I
You know,
agree.
let's
but,
get on with the game.
But they probably do take it personal. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I agree 100%. Healy's flick finds the head of Montegalvan. There's Kissi with it. Roberts and Patterson shoulder to shoulder here on the near side. And Kissi coming in to double team and help out. Take care of Randy Patterson. Ishimura with the throw-in. Neto was coming back for it. Decided not to play him the ball, so Patterson will go back now to Marshall, the 26-year-old. Been with Crystal Palace Baltimore since 2007.
Patterson he's all over the place right now. Patterson's the guy getting the ball for Baltimore. He's trying to make things happen, but unfortunately, I'm going to say it again, they've got to get the ball to Neto.
Player warming up on the sideline now for Palace. Gary Brooks, number 30. He's a forward. Not sure if they're going to pull the trigger on a substitution early here. But he's getting the tape and the boots tied up. Lucio. Healy with it now. They're trying to split two Rhino players. Cannot do it. Greenfield. Take some time here as the pressure is taken off. Hoxie, the lone striker, all the way back, checking for it. Here's Montegalvan. Pitch Colin. Far side, Spicer. Lays it off for Costanzo. Left-footed cross into the box. Just cleared away barely by Pejic. And our first change of the game is going to happen in the first half. 32nd minute, Brooks will come on. A guy that Mike is familiar with.
Oh, yeah.
And the Fusilier will come off. He did take a knock earlier on the challenge from Greenfield.
Yeah, every once in a while you want to send the message to the player you're playing against, and Greenfield sent the message to Fusilier. But this might not be the guy that you want to play against for the next 70 minutes or so. Well, 58 minutes.
70, 58.
58.
You know, it's all there. So Brooks, 10th appearance of the season. Looking to get on the scorer sheet. Fusilier is out. And Greenfield gets us underway. Throws it into Kissi. And this one's going to get away from him. Throw-in coming up here. For Baltimore on the near side, deep in their own half.
Okay, Rhino fans, please turn your attention to
Franks bounces over his head to Montegalvan. And Neto with it. So does this move push Neto back to the midfield now and push Brooks up, or no?
It doesn't look like it. It looks like they're just doing a swap with Gary and Fusilier.
Here's Brooks, knocked off the ball, but Healy has to go long, 34th minute and scoreless. Montegalvan. Here's Neto pressuring Greenfield. Now wide open middle of the park. Montegalvan, I don't like that choice. Hit a huge piece of land in front of him and still went sideways with it. Get forward, come on. Here's pitch Colin. Spicer pops it in the air. Stanzo heads one into the 18, and this one is going to be cleared away by Marshall, straight up in the air. Headed by Marshall. Can Bush keep it in? Robson steps in front of the keeper. So it'll be a throw in for the Rhinos. Corner flag on the far side. It's going to be Sanfilippo to take it. 35 minutes now, as we've got 2 balls on the field. Rhinos will take a break from league play on Tuesday as they take on Dayton in the first round of the U.S. Open Cup. It'll be 7:05 right here at Marina Auto Stadium. Long throw by Sanfilippo, flicked on. Thrown away by Brooks at the 6. Inside the space, looking for Hoxie. Brooks is there again. And he gets his right boot on it as he hit the turf pretty hard.
Good job by Costanzo to keep that thing alive into the 18-yard box.
So Brooks is getting a look at from the official. Corner kick on the far side for Jamie Franks. And Brooks just came on 3 minutes ago, so he'll be able to continue.
It's always tough to come on either late in a half or late in a game and try to get into the flow of the game right away.
Franks, good delivery at the 6, and Brooks is there again to clear it. Some good defensive work since he's been on. Here's Mbuta, forcing Montegalvan back to Sanfilippo. And offsides, as Kissi came from an offsides position. Back to receive the ball. Fans not happy with it, but the call is made. So Bush to take it.
I think Baltimore is still trying to figure out what their lineup is because Brooks has been moving around from forward to right midfield to center midfield.
As Rochester has made some moves as far as the roster is concerned. Former Crystal Palace Baltimore midfielder Kenold Versailles has signed with the Rhinos. And the Haitian International is part of the 18 players dressed this evening. Throw in here for Crystal Palace Baltimore. On the near sideline, it'll be Healy to take it. The 24-year-old, he's the son of Kevin Healy, president and the GM of the Baltimore Blast indoor soccer team. Healy drives across off Costanzo, another throw-in for Crystal Palace. There's Troy Roberts, who's been an Iron Man. Neto. Nice little touch to Healy, swerving cross. Pitch goal and heads it off the bounce. Spicer looking to get Kissi.
Looks like they moved Costanzo out to the left, and they've moved Kissi up top, and they're going into a straight 4-4-2, which is the way that we thought they'd show up at first.
There's Hoxie. He's taken down. No call. As Brooks coming away with it for Baltimore. He's struggling, Mike. He's taking a shot to the midsection now, and he's down again.
That's not good for Baltimore to make a sub like that and then have that guy who just subbed go down right away.
He's going to have to come off because the trainers come on, and not sure what he's asking for.
I think he's asking him to see if his rib is broken.
He made the sign to the head coach that he was okay. He just needed something. I don't know what he was gesturing. He's got to come off. He wants to stay on. Oh, look at this. This is great. He's been seen by the trainer, so Brooks will come off. We'll play 11v10 for a minute or two. He and Greenfield discussed the situation.
I think Brooks is trying to negotiate to, hey, can you wait till I get back on the field before you really give it to him?
And he did give it to Healy. I'm not sure if he wanted to or not, but Costanzo nonetheless comes away with it for Hoxie. Tries to lay it back off for Costanzo, and he's just run off the ball by Mbuta.
I can't believe the ref's not letting him on the pitch.
Yeah, he's waved him back on now.
Yeah, but why so long? I don't get it.
Lucio now. Neto looks like he's dropped back again here, as it's musical chairs for Baltimore. Marshall's long ball is easily taken away by Sanfilippo, but Neto and Lucio pick up the loose ball. This one is cleared by Roberts off of Neto. Goal kick coming up for Scott Vallow and the Rhinos. As we look at Neto, played with Rochester in 2004. Only played 10 games. There's the goal kick up over midfield, and Buta skies for that one. Neto trying to head it forward for the on-rushing Randy Patterson. And this one's going to get away from Franks. And throw in for Robson, far side of the field. Neto again with the head. Buta takes it down. He's got possession still on the far side. Healy, quick little touch inside for Neto. Just able to avoid the pressure, keep possession. Long ball for Brooks, heads it back across the 6. And I was looking for that right-footed one-timer.
Oh, yeah, me too. Brooksy's got to do much better with that. He could have brought it down on his chest, could have knocked it straight across with the side foot, or he could have just rifled it and given Vallow a challenge.
Brooks giving Rochester an easy out there. Greenfield has it at midfield.
Maybe with him playing forward, playing in the midfield so much.
Here's Kissi, top of the 18. He's taken down. They say no call in the box. As the referee immediately waved it off, but Kissi with his speed, able to take that split-second hesitation into a chance here for the Rhinos. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, Kissi crashes well here. Just a little bit of a pull of a shirt, and Kissi made it look great. Pull of his shirt, normally they could call that, but even if they did, they could have called it at the top of the 18.
Now there's a call as Healy is dumped by Spicer. Montalvan doesn't like it. As we're still looking at the last situation there with Kissi.
But I thought Kissi was in. I think the ref's got to make that call.
A great top of the 18 would have been a good call there, I think. Bush now 41 minutes and scoreless. Marina Auto Stadium, Rochester and Baltimore. Lucio. Nishimura. There's Brooks, who's having a nightmare since he's come on. Kissi, ball's tangled up in his feet. Now Lucio, big mistake here, taken away. Hoxie, top of the 18, spinning, looking for some kind of opening. And Robson takes it away for Baltimore. Here's Mbuta, just wants to turn those jets on and take advantage of that space. Good slide tackle by Sanfilippo. Here's Sanfilippo, wins the loose ball, plays it back to Spicer. Jamie Franks. Montalvan Neto coming with pressure. Kissi checking back, receives the ball for the Rhinos. Brooks just sticks the leg out, able to pick up that pass from Kissi. Lucio. Robson. Robson had a trial with the Crystal Palace Baltimore team. Neto trying to pick up the loose ball, top of the 18. Brooks lays it back to Nishimura. Nishimura fakes the outside pass, now does come back out. Brooks, low cross. No one there but Montalvan.
Both teams, their crosses have been very suspect. Not very good crosses. They're getting the ball to the outside. They're doing a great job getting the ball out there, and they're not rewarding the runs into the 18-yard box.
There's Roberts to Franks. Sanfilippo, pitch Colin with it now. 43 minutes. Now Montalban, a ton of space to go forward. Franks checking back for it. So Costanzo can come up with. Greenfield back to Costanzo. Good pass to Spicer, penetrating the defense. Hoxie getting tangled up, long cross into the box. Kissi Smith scores! Isaac Kissi gets the start this evening and punches the corner flag as he's found the back of the net.
Those are the celebrations I'm talking about. And you know what? Montalban's job is to be patient and to slow the game down, knock the ball from side to side, and that's where the goal started. It was in the center of the park. He was in the circle, and Montalban, he was very patient.
So Kissi with his first of the year. Hoxie should get an assist. Just good hard work from Hoxie.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm talking about Montalban starting the play, getting it to Costanzo. Costanzo slipping it in, Spicer to Hoxie, and then Hoxie just worked and worked and worked and got that ball to Kissi. Good goal. Good celebration. Not the South African celebration, but it's a celebration, and we'll take it.
So it is 1-1, 1-0. Sorry, 1 assist for Hoxie this year, 1 goal for Kissi. And it comes at the 44th minute. So 2 players who did not start the last game factor into the Rhinos scoring here in the first half.
You know, Montalban got the ball to Costanzo, and it looked like for a second there, Costanzo really didn't know what he wanted to do with the ball. And then he slipped it into Spicer, and Spicer with a great one-touch. I thought maybe if Spicer would have turned there, he could have got a shot himself, but it turned into a goal with Hoxie's hard work in that 18, man. He is just so strong and big, and I got to agree with you, Joe. He's going to do something tonight. You said he's going to do something tonight, and he's turned it up.
Good job by Hoxie. Hopefully it continues as maybe the visit to Harrisburg was a wake-up call for him as the 2 strikers at midfield slap hands. We are in stoppage time. They've called for 2 minutes. And as Mike has mentioned several times this year, first 5, last 5. We see it happen here.
There you go. Pat Erickley, he's a genius. For me, he's the guy I heard it from, so.
First 5 minutes of the half and last 5 minutes here as this one goes off the hand of Costanzo. Free kick coming up for Baltimore. We've played about 30 seconds of the 2 minutes. So good for Kissi as he had a deep knee bruise that just continued to stick around. Finally, he is healthy. And Bob Lilly, watching him closely this week in practice, felt he was ready to get the start, and it pays off for the Rhinos head coach.
He's kind of drifting out there right now. I think his celebration was a little bit, he punched that flag a little bit too hard in the corner.
Offsides as the referee doesn't see it yet. Finally acknowledges the assistant here on the near side, Andrew Evangelos. So it'll be a free kick coming up for the Rhinos here late in half number 1. Kissi from Hoxie. And hopefully we'll get a chance to speak with Hoxie, as Bob Lilly's got to be happy with the 2 new players he inserted into the starting lineup. They've combined for a goal this evening. Hoxie with the assist, Kissi with the goal. And makes the coach look like a genius.
Yeah, send the guy away for a game. You know what it does? It gives him a little kick in the butt, like, hey, listen, if you're not going to work here, we're gonna give you some playing time down there, give you another chance. Come back here. Let's see what you got. And you know what? He's producing right now.
And that'll do it. 45 minutes played at Marina Auto Stadium. Rochester, Crystal Palace, Baltimore. It's 1-0, the Rhinos lead. As we'll try to get our halftime interview all squared away. Hopefully it'll be Andrew Hoxie, who had the assist in the 44th minute. The goal from Kissi. Good hard work all around in that play, Mike, as the Rhinos continued just to pressure inside the 18. Hoxie setting the table there for Kissi. So 45 minutes have been played. And let's go down to field level. Andrew Hoxie, the striker for the Rochester Rhinos, joins us. Andrew got the start this evening, paid off dividends for Coach as he got the assist, but really overall, you've had a solid first half. Got to be happy to be back into the mix with the Rhinos here tonight.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely happy. We came out strong, connected the ball real well for about 20-25 minutes, and we fell off a little bit, but at the end we started picking it up, and me and Kissi found each other, and he had a good finish.
How was your, Mike Kerms here, how was your stint in Harrisburg?
Oh man, it was a good time. I was upset because I wasn't able to put one in the back of the net for him, but it was a good time. They got a good squad down there. So.
You know, Andrew, does that kind of serve as, we were talking about it during the broadcast, is that a bit of a wake-up call also? Say, hey, you know, I don't want to be in Harrisburg, I want to be up with Rochester. Does that serve as a bit of a motivating factor for you?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Like, you know, I always want to be playing the best soccer I can with the best team. And, yeah, I mean, it was, they're a good squad down in Harrisonburg as well, but it's definitely nice to be back here and playing and doing well.
Hey, what's the thinking with coming out with a 4-5-1 and then you guys slip it to a 4-4-2 and then the goal comes? I mean, what was the thinking there?
I think Coach saw we started struggling a little bit halfway through the half, and we needed some more offense, and it was a good change by Coach, and we were able to convert.
Andrew, one assist, hopefully another goal in the second half, and hopefully you get it for the Rhinos.
Appreciate it.
All right, thanks for your time. Andrew Hoxie
Thanks.
is going to join the guys in the locker room after 45 minutes of play. The Rhinos with a late goal. They have a 1-0 lead over Crystal Palace Baltimore on the Rhinos Broadcast Network.
We've all heard the promises from other car dealers. The end of negotiation, the no dicker sticker, one price. But at Auction Direct, we always ask, what good is one price if it isn't the best price? At Auction Direct, we sell vehicles for the best price. Just $399 over the Auction Direct reserve price. And we deliver those prices while giving you the best car buying experience you've ever had, guaranteed. Auction Direct, one price, the best price.
Rochester, 1880, the year the Zweigel family began providing their legendary products. Today, this local women-owned family business introduces a new line of specialty chicken sausages, including Italian, chorizo, and spinach and feta. Lower in fat and sodium, gluten-free and fully cooked. Zweigel's chicken sausages are ready in minutes to add to your favorite pasta, rice dish, or soup for the whole family to enjoy. Items available at Tops or your friendly neighborhood grocery store. Enjoy Zweigel's specialty chicken sausages today.
Summer in Rochester can mean only one thing: great goals, great saves, and Rhinos soccer. The Rochester Rhinos 2010 season continues at Marina Auto Stadium, Saturday, June 12th against Crystal Palace, Baltimore. Be among the first 5,000 fans and receive a handheld Rhinos fan, courtesy of Time Warner. For tickets, call 454-KICK.
We could tell you why it makes sense to add Roadrunner and Digital Home Phone to your digital cable service, like the savings you could realize with no contracts required, the convenience of paying one bill, adding Digital Phone for just $19.95 a month, and getting a $50 gift card for switching. But in all honesty, everyone has their own reason.
Thanks to One Bill, bundling makes my life simpler.
Visit switch2twc.com and find out what making the switch can mean to your life.
And welcome back to Marina Auto Stadium. The Rochester Rhinos have a 1-0 lead over Crystal Palace Baltimore at the half. Good evening, I'm Joe Giuliano with Rhinos color analyst Mike Kerms. And the goal coming from Kissi, the assist from Hoxie, two players who didn't start last week, who make it pay this evening for the Rochester Rhinos. As we look at a highlight reel here from half number one, where the Rhinos had some good chances, but so did the visitors, Crystal Palace Baltimore and Buta. Getting the table set here for Neto, who we have not seen enough of for Crystal Palace Baltimore. That's a good thing for the Rhinos.
Yeah, very good thing for the Rhinos. Neto's got to see the ball more if Baltimore thinks they're going to win here. And then he cuts here, and then he's great shot, but Vallo's right there to scoop it up.
Well, diving, a little bit of a rebound there, but Greenfield there. If anyone else wants to take a look at the Rhinos goal, here's Costanzo, Sanfilippo. It's a good ball into space. Hoxie has worked extremely hard in half number one.
Yeah, I think this is the start of Hoxie's hard work where he really started showing Spicer's got to put that in the back of the net. You don't get those opportunities at the top of the six like that.
Spicer doing a great job here, putting the ball through the legs of Marshall. And as we talked about, he just doesn't hit it right with the inside of the foot. Good opportunity. Spicer's going to want that one back, and I'm sure he'll be talking about it in the locker room, as that could have been 1-0 Rochester at that point. So Baltimore dodging a bullet, no doubt about that. And then Rochester still applying some pressure here. Hoxie does a good job. He's got a big frame. Shot's not on frame, but he can fight off those defenders.
Yeah, you can see one defender's on the floor, the other one's backing up. Hoxie doesn't realize that. Someone's got to yell time to him, and then he could just take the ball down the ground and then tuck it away.
Here's Neto. Does good work to win possession. Sends the ball across to Brooks. You know, what's the decision there? Shot, header? He wasn't sure, I guess.
For me, bring it down on your chest possibly, or just rip it. I mean, but the problem is Brooks just came on the pitch, and it's tough to get into the mix when you come on in the 34th minute of a half.
And then there's some questionable opportunities here for the Rhinos as the jersey's clearly tugged on. He's outside the 18. Could have been a free kick there for Rochester.
Yeah, I think maybe Kissi sold it a little bit too much there. You can see how he kind of like flew his arms up there. But great slashing run by Kissi from the outside. Good ball by Montegovan. And you know what? They know they're in trouble, so what else are you going to do? You got to pull the guy down somehow. If Kissi's one-on-one, there's a good chance he's going to tuck it away.
So Kissi, as Mike talked about during the interview with Hoxie, moved up top with Andrew Hoxie. Then in the 44th minute, the Rhinos will get on the score sheet. Hoxie setting up Kissi. Rochester has a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, just great all-around play by all the midfielders and both forwards there. I mean, the ball actually started with Montegovan, and then you see Costanzo there. Costanzo's the guy who slipped the ball to Spicer, finally penetrating the defense, and then Spicer to Hoxie. Hoxie, just some hard work right there. Kissi finishing at the top of the six, and that's what you need, someone who's going to finish the ball. And here's your celebration. Now, you need a celebration. Hey, the South Africans, and that's just what lights up the stadium. That's what lights up the field, and that what lights up your team, and it really pumps you up.
Kissi's got the wrists bandaged up, and he's ready to fight. He's in battle there as he beats Bush and Marshall to give Rochester a late 1-0 lead in the first half. So it's 1 goal for Kissi, and Hoxie has 1 goal and 1 assist. His goal coming against the Austin Aztecs. So Rochester with a 1-0 lead after 45 minutes of play, thanks to the man who just does a couple rounds there with the corner flag. Isaac Kissi.
Good celebration there, and the team feels it. And it's a good goal. It's a good goal for Kissi.
All right, so Rochester with a 1-0 lead after 45 minutes of play. The halftime show continues. Stick around. Much more to come here on the Rhinos Broadcast Network. Summer in Rochester can mean only one thing: great goals, great saves, and Rhino soccer. The Rochester Rhinos 2010 season continues at Marina Auto Stadium, Saturday, June 12th against Crystal Palace, Baltimore. Be among the first 5,000 fans and receive a handheld Rhinos fan, courtesy of Time Warner. For tickets, call 454-KICK.
Time Warner Cable is dedicated to the future of our nation's children. That's why we've launched our Connect a Million Minds initiative. We're asking adults to help us inspire kids through science, technology, engineering, and math. And we're achieving this through local partnerships with FIRST. Across the country, Time Warner Cable employees are helping bring FIRST robotics competitions to the areas we serve. The future of our nation and our children depends on math, science, and technology. Visit connectamillionminds.com to find out what you can do.
Kevin Michelson, employee for Monroe County Probation. After coming to World Gym, I was able to lose 57 pounds in the 3 months and 75 pounds over a 5 month period, and I've kept it off since. I was on 4 or 5 medications. You know, I'm off everything now. It's really changed my life. I'll take it with me forever. The staff is fantastic, very knowledgeable, professional. If you're looking for results like these, give World Gym a call, or better yet, come on down.
Rochester. Car dealers all over New York will not sell you a vehicle because you owe thousands more on your old car than it's actually worth. My new economic stimulus program in conjunction with Marina Dodge can solve that problem today.
Hurry to Marina Dodge because this week we'll pay off your trade even if you owe $5,000 more than it's worth. Bring home $350 a week and you're virtually pre-approved. Or drive away in a 2010 Dodge Caliber with no money down and a payment of $129. Going on now at Marina Dodge in Webster. Always the best for less.
And we're back at Marina Auto Stadium. Halftime, Rochester with a 1-0 lead. Kissi finds the back of the net for the first time during the regular season after a very productive preseason. Now he's healthy to go. And I talked with Bob Lilly before the game tonight. He said he didn't want to rush Isaac back into the starting lineup too soon after the injury. Fitness is a major issue, and hopefully he gets a good 60, 70 minutes in tonight.
Yeah, he should get 70 minutes in, and he's been slowly getting them into the mix, and that's good for the Rhinos because you see that Isaac could finish, and he makes slashing runs. He's got those long legs. He can really penetrate defenses. He was killing Nishimura on the left-hand side for a little bit there, and once he started slashing, Bob moved him into the center of the park and moved him up top, and there you go. You get a goal right there.
So good stuff from Kissi. Hoxie helping out. Costanzo also, if there's a second assist, he'd be listed there as well. As we look at stats here from 45 minutes, and shots in favor of your home team by 1. Saves, 3 for Vallow, 1 for Bush. Corner kicks, 2 for the Rhinos, and 1 for Baltimore. Yellow card, only 1 issued. That was to Aaron Pitchkolin. And I'm sure Steve Montanino, the official, not happy with the lack of respect shown by the Rhinos defender.
Yeah, I think Steve's got to show Pitchkolin a little bit of respect too, and just show the yellow card, and let's get on with the game. I've seen Steve a lot. He's a lot better than that. And, you know, it's just one of those things. All of a sudden it becomes a personal issue, and he let it become personal. But Pitchkolin made it issue. So Pitchkolin's got to be a better player than that and respect the official a little bit more than that.
Coming from a former player, you want to see the official respect the player, so that's understandable to say the least. Neto, May 19th when he came here, Mike, he was dynamic. I mean, he was great with pressure on the ball. I mean, he was just creating from the middle of the field. Tonight, he's up top. What are your thoughts on that role for Neto?
Well, it took Neto about 15 minutes to get into the game at first on May 19th. But here, if they put him up top, he's not going to see the ball. He's not going to get enough touches. As you can see in the replays here, you can see when he gets the ball, he's the guy that's making things happen. He's the one who's creating shots against Vallow. He's the guy who's moving the ball. I think they got to move him back into the midfield with Lucio, get Healy out of there. I don't think Healy's is very creative for Baltimore, and let Neto run the show for Baltimore, and that's going to create problems for the Rhinos.
Well, for Rochester, keeping Neto up top and keeping his foot off the ball, exactly what the doctor ordered. And then, Mike, you talked about it with Hoxie as well. On the Rhino side of things, there was a switch. Kissi did move up into the forward position. What did that do for the Rhinos?
I think it gave them a little bit more offense where they could penetrate the defense there. And with Hoxie and Kissi, it's going to be more dangerous for the defense. It was a very easy game for the back four. All they had to do was sit there. Hoxie did create some problems, though. But still, it was an easy game for the back four until Kissi moved in there, and then there was more penetration into the defense.
So Rochester has a 1-0 lead. If you're just tuning in, the goal came from Kissi. The assist was from Hoxie. So Rochester with a 1-0 lead. These two teams met on May the 19th. Rochester falling 1-0 to Crystal Palace Baltimore. Hopefully they return the favor this evening. All right, stick around. Second half just around the corner. Rochester 1, Crystal Palace Baltimore 0 on the Rhinos Broadcast Network.
Hey, New York, Billy with Caroline. Caroline, the month of June, it's going to continue. 0 down, $299 a month.
Right.
No money, no tax, no nonsense. The all-new Kia Sorento made right here in the United States,
This is all
Caroline.
you need to bring with you to the dealership is a giant cutout 0. No.
$299 a month. That's it, baby. Look, let me tell you something right now. See this? Don't bring me any cash. I don't want it. $299 a month, 0 down. That's what I'm talking about. You want a Mercedes? Forget about it. $299 a month. That's what it costs. Come see me. Huge.
Gas, bloating, indigestion, constipation that comes and goes. If you're not having normal bowel movements every day, you can suffer from a buildup of toxins that cause upset stomach, constipation, excess gas, or intestinal discomfort. Plus, you could be holding up to 4.5 pounds of fecal waste if you're going to the bathroom only once a day. Even more unwanted weight if you're going less often. But now there's Colon Flow. Non-prescription Colon Flow is scientifically formulated with key ingredients to help restore normal bowel function. And you're eligible to try it free for 30 days. We're looking for participants to receive a free 30-day trial, so call immediately. All natural Colon Flow works gently with your body to eliminate toxic waste and maintain your regularity. Colon Flow is being released to the general public, and your area has been selected to try it right now for free. Call immediately to find out how to receive your free 30-day trial. Phone lines are open now.
Call toll-free 1-888-219-9394. Call now.
In Niagara Falls, the only thing they take more seriously than their golf is their fun. The Niagara Golf Trail.
An informational message for you and your family.
The workers' compensation laws have changed, and some of these changes do not benefit the injured worker. The workers' comp insurance companies have attorneys and specialists on their side. Now is the time for you to get a workers' comp attorney on your side.
Call 262-COMP for a free workers' comp brochure.
Connors and Ferris, committed to serving you.
Second half just around the corner as Rochester is making their way onto the pitch. Crystal Palace, Baltimore now heading out from the near corner, and the rain beginning to fall. Umbrellas, parkas, raincoats onto the pitch here as it's a very cool night. It was a very warm, muggy day in Rochester this afternoon. Then about 5 o'clock, it just dropped into the 60s. Much cooler as we're looking at Shawnee, our cameraman behind the goal. Keeping dry, and Sean, most important, keep the camera dry. Don't worry about yourself. Just kidding. Doing a great job with those shots behind the goal. We'll take a look and see if there's any changes here to start half number 2. As Rochester, Kissi and Hoxie look like they'll still be up top. Costanzo, Montegalvan, Spicer, Franks look like they're in the midfield. Don't see Jonathan Greenfield yet for the Rochester Rhinos out on the pitch. As we'll shift ends, Rochester will be attacking the goal to our right. Crystal Palace, Baltimore. Did make one change in that first half. Fusilier did come off for Brooks. That was in the 32nd minute. And Rochester has a 1-0 lead. Fans trying to stay dry here this evening. There's Steve Montanino waiting for the players to get back into the lineup. As we look at the Time Warner fans keeping everyone dry this evening. They don't keep you cool, they keep you dry as well. As the fans using all their creative energies to stay dry at Marina Auto Stadium. Greenfield, Pitchcola now, the last two to make their way back onto the pitch for the Rhinos to start the second half. So Neto looks like he's going to be up top and taking the kickoff for Crystal Palace Baltimore. He'll be attacking the goal to our left. Scott Vallow now also making his way onto the pitch as the rain has come in, and it's falling at a pretty good clip, Mike. Could make for some interesting situations here in half number 2.
Yeah, a little bit more possession soccer from both teams is going to be important.
Rochester huddling up. Neto and Patterson will do the honors as they'll get the kickoff underway. For Rochester in league play, we'll be up in Montreal Father's Day, June the 20th, to take on the Impact. But in U.S. Open Cup play, Rochester is home on Tuesday as they take on Dayton in the U.S. Open Cup first round. The Dayton Dutch Lions. And we should be ready to go here. And the referee blows the whistle. Neto quickly out to the far side for Brooks. Gets under his foot. And it's not the start that Baltimore wanted after giving up that late goal in the first half. We'll see if Rochester comes out of the locker room with some energy and enthusiasm after getting that late goal from Kissi.
Well, we know their typical. If you look at all the goals they scored against them, they scored in the first 10 minutes of the second half. So hopefully Lily lit a little bit under their butts and they come out here like fire.
So Mbuta over his head, or Brooks over his head on the far side. Patterson did get one of those early second half goals that Mike had talked about in the 55th minute in the last meeting with these two teams.
Yeah, and that was one of the goals that was suspect. I mean, it was near post on Kitson, and it kind of just trickled in. I mean, not as bad as the goal that went in against England today, for all you Englanders, but it was a little suspect. And
we knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Got a feel for Robert Green though. Just horrific.
You know, it just goes to show you that a lot of stuff happens at any level. I mean, this is the top level, other than the Champions League, as one of our famous coaches said, that the Champions League is bigger than the World Cup. So this is the second-rate tournament.
There you go.
Right?
There's Marshall, takes the through ball away, gets it to Brooks on the far side.
Now Chernesky must see something that we don't see. I mean, he's with these guys every day. So I mean, you got Healy in there who didn't create much in the first half, and he's still in there. And you've got Neto running up top. I said Odetto earlier because that's his first name actually, but he's Neto's not going to see a lot of touches sitting up top, and you've got Pitch Colin and Roberts that are going to stick him all day.
There's Spicer now, middle of the field. Alfonso Montegalvan. Greenfield from Costanzo, the Minnesota connection. On the far side, little soft touch from Kissi. Costanzo's going to work real hard there to keep Rochester in possession. Here's Sanfilippo. Robson. Lucio now. Still with Robson. Healy, middle of the field. Checking back for it is Mbuta. Switches to the far side. No one there. That's a terrible ball. And Greenfield easily takes away for Rochester. Here's Frankie Sanfilippo. Franks. Kissi was going to let it run through. It caught his back leg. Montegalvan, and Spicer tries the one side inside of the foot touch for Hoxie.
That worked in the first half.
Looks like the rain is starting to slow down just a little bit. As Bush will push this to the top of his 18. And headed away by Costanzo on the far side. Crystal Palace, Baltimore, they're 3-5-2. Scored 9 goals this year, 13 against. Ooh, taken down Montegalvan by Brooks. Referee going to give him a little talking to. Free kick for the Rhinos on this World Cup opening weekend. Playing like 3 games during the day, 1 game at night, and it's still not enough. I need more.
I can't wait till 7:30 tomorrow morning.
And offsides there as Hoxie came back to receive the ball. As your schedule for tomorrow, the World Cup. In case you were wondering, I know Mike wants to know who's playing. Algeria and Slovenia, Serbia and Ghana, and then your boys, the Germans.
Deutschland.
Against Australia, 2:30. Mbuta, what are you punching me for?
Well, I think it's kind of an advantage for the U.S. and England, and also for
to punch me.
No, I'm punching you because I'm saying hurry up. It's definitely an advantage for the U.S. and England. They're going to get to watch Algeria and Slovenia, and really the entire team is going to be able to focus on the game.
With the draw today, the U.S. Appears to be in good shape as the rain starting to come down much harder now. I shouldn't have spoke. There's Franks to Montegalvan. Montegalvan to Costanzo. Hoxie, good one touch in his space. Kissi onsides at the 6, empty net. He scores! Kissi, Hoxie, the combination works again. It's 2-0 Rochester, and Kissi's going a few more rounds.
Man, this guy must have been a boxer at some point in his life, but what a great push, slashing run, and a great ball. But look who it starts from. Costanzo again. Costanzo's coming up through the midfield, plays it to Hoxie. Hoxie, great touch to Kissi, and just what a great finish. Dribbles around the goalie, and it's his speed. It's completely his speed.
So Kissi's got his second of the season. Hoxie's got his second assist of the night and the season. And like great composure, this gets around the goalie, neatly finishes it into the empty net.
Yeah, it's a little bit about the speed, but also Bush hesitated a little bit. Didn't really think that Kissi would be able to get to it, and Bush came out a little bit too late. But Kissi just got those long legs, and he just poked it right past him. Great finish. Good goal.
So Kissi out of the University of Dayton, originally from Ghana, showing what he can bring to the table.
And I hope you heard that I'm pulling for Ghana. The first African nation in the next round.
I'm sure he's excited for their game as well tomorrow. We'll see how Baltimore responds. And Buta, near side, that cross, not troubling Vallow at all. So Lauder looks like he is going to be checking in. For Crystal Palace Baltimore, 26-year-old.
Yeah, it looks like he's probably going to be taking out Healy into the center of the park, and Healy really didn't show much, and I guess maybe Chernesky said, okay, I'm going to give you 5 minutes. Or maybe he needed Lauder to later needed to give him a little bit more, give Later a little bit more time to warm up.
So this change will be made at the next stoppage as Brooks tries a long service into the box. Headed away by Pitch Colin. Here's Mbuta, Robson overlapping, gets the ball, cuts it back to his right, sends one into the box over Neto's head, and Costanzo and Kissi pick up possession here. The rain getting heavy again. Montegalvan, good hard challenge there from Patterson, almost like a football tackle. No call because Montegalvan fights off the challenge. Near side, Sanfilippo. Franks now, back to Sanfilippo. 2-0 Rochester. Both goals from Kissi, both assists from Hoxie.
It's Lucio again on Montegalvan. I mean, he is hard-nosed tackler, and you got hard-nosed tackler against hard-nosed tackler there.
Hoxie was taken down, and they say play on. Franks, his pass intercepted by Lucio. It's a long one forward. Sanfilippo backing up Pitch Colin. Healy, he's going to be the player coming off for later. Brooks on the far side. There's Neto. Much more quiet than we saw on May the 19th. Healy, ball into space for Brooks on the far side. Takes a look up, gets a cross into the box. And Pitch Colin heads it away for the Rhinos. Montegalvan off his chest. Able to turn, come forward now for Costanzo. Return pass to Montegalvan. Franks to Spicer. Lays it back off for the midfielder. Costanzo with acres of space on this far side. Hoxie. Back outside to Franks. Look at the gaps that are opening up. Huge pockets of space. Montegalvan finds another space here for Sanfilippo. Crosses in the box for Hoxie. And it trickles over the end line and out of bounds. Just getting word from the trailer. And a good friend and huge Rhinos fan, Brian Harrington. A bit under the weather. Brian, we wish you the best in a speedy recovery. Hope you're enjoying tonight's game on the Rhinos Broadcast Network. Our best wishes go out to Brian Harrington. As later, finally we'll get to come on for Healy.
Yeah, it was the later Neto connection that really did the Rhinos in last game. Later was the workhorse for Neto, and Neto was the guy who was swinging the ball from side to side. But it looks like they're going to leave Later and Lucio in the center of the park, and I just don't see it.
Interesting is Chernesky has kept one of his talented players up front and has not seen a lot of the ball. There's Patterson with it. And Buta. Back to Patterson. Low cross and no one there. As Crystal Palace, quite honestly, looks just disinterested. They don't. There's huge gaps. Their service is lacking quality. Maybe they're tired from the trip up north from Miami. But 2-0. By no means is this one over with yet. Neto gets it off his chest. Nice ball back to Mbuta. Tries the driven ball into the box that Valo's going to come off his line and scoop up.
The one thing you see Neto doing is he's starting to drift back into midfield because he's got to see that ball. You saw it similar today with Wayne Rooney. He wasn't getting the ball up top. He started drifting into the center of the park. And you know what? When Wayne Rooney started getting the ball in that second half against the U.S., things started happening. Yeah. Things started happening for England. And I think that's what Neto's got to keep doing. But it looks like he's leaning back on Roberts, and Patterson's leaning back on Pitch Colin, and nothing's happening there. There's not even movement between Patterson and Neto. They're not even working well together.
Very easy to mark Roberts and Pitch Colin on those two guys up top, and Kissi has it now. Settled nicely by Hoxie. Sanfilippo's coming forward. Stops his run, gets the ball from Hoxie. Franks. Spicer, good ball to Kissi. Kissi coming forward, he's dumped and there's no call. Second time Kissi's gone forward. He's been dumped and not picked up a call.
Wow, I think that's a clear foul right there. That's not even shoulder to shoulder. Brooksy just comes from behind and just lays into Kissi because that's all he could have done. No attempt to get the ball. Shoulder to shoulder, you got to be still attempting to get the ball.
It's a downpour in Rochester. And for the fans, hopefully downpour of goals, as this is much better than the Rhinos saw last week against Minnesota, where it was 0-0 after 90-plus minutes. Heavy rain as the Rhinos possess the ball. Sanfilippo to Pitch Colin, top of the 18. He's under some pressure. He's able to come forward with it to Franks. Looks like Kissi has dropped back once again in the midfield with Spicer. Hoxie's way up top by himself. Kissi, middle of the field. Don't know if I like Kissi coming back already, as he was just putting all sorts of pressure on this Palace defense. Spicer looking for Costanzo, and the wet surface here just gets away from the Rhinos. There's Lucio. And Mbuta.
The one thing you see about what you see with the Rhinos today that you haven't seen in some games in the past is that they're getting stuck in. You see guys actually getting down, going in for slide tackles. They're playing with a little bit more passion, and they want to win this game for sure.
Hoxie will chase this one in the middle of the field. Pejic's going to go out to Marshall. Robson on the near side. Lucio gets it behind Sanfilippo, but Pitch Colin just slides over. There's Hoxie's strength, just able to hold players off. Fights off those defenders, gets some players involved in the attack. Sanfilippo to take the free kick, 60th minute. The Rhinos with a 2-0 lead. Hoxie with 2 assists, Kissi with 2 goals. Sanfilippo tries to put the pressure back in the Baltimore half of the field. And Bush takes a few touches, comes forward with it. Later's first touch is a flick forward to Brooks. Brooks, Nishimura. His cross blocked by Spicer. And the Rhinos play here at their far side of the field. Spicer to Hoxie. Heavy touch there. Marshall able to knock it to Lucio. Robson and Mbuta. Cuts around the sliding Franks, cuts inside again on Kissi. Goes to Later. Later's spinning around, really nowhere to go. So Lucio's going to pick it up for Baltimore. There's Patterson, who's been a thorn in the Rhinos' side, whether he's been with Baltimore or Charleston. Tonight, let's knock on wood. Later. Pejic. Marshall, just nowhere to go right now for Baltimore. See if Robson can find an opening. Side to side right now. Nothing penetrating the Rhinos' defense, and Buta's checking back for it. The Rhinos will take this all day.
Yeah, the other guy they got to get the ball to is Mbuta. And Mbuta's starting to make things happen as well, and he's actually slipping forward a little bit. And he's our left midfielder for Baltimore, and he's all the way on the far right side as a right winger.
Really only one of the few players who's showing and moving off the ball. Neto checking back, lays it off for Robson. Lucio, 30 yards out. Later, hard tackle, Motagavan. Later still keeps possession. Again, 2-0. 62nd minute, Nishimura. Brooks pops this one way up in the air on the far side, and they're going to say Mbuta was offsides. So the Rhinos will have a restart here, deep in their own half.
Well, I guess he's right there, so he's got to be the guy that can call it. I didn't see it.
Subs available for the Rhinos this evening. Kitson, Hamilton, Hines, Rosalind, Gore, Bellamy, and the newcomer Versailles. Vallows restart. Gets to Nishimura. Kissi, midfield now for the Rhinos. Sanfilippo. Dangerous ball. Montagavan just has to push it forward. He couldn't handle that one. So Hines will be checking in for Bob Lilly's Rochester Rhinos. Nishimura loses possession, but Spicer's foray into the attack is taken up by Pejic. Pejic, the 27-year-old, played with York City in England, left them to join Vancouver. Kissi is dumped, and this time he finally gets a call. He's holding his right leg. And again, he's been seeing a lot of time off the bench. He's got a knee injury that really held him up quite a bit. And we'll see if he gets any more minutes here this evening, as we're in 64 minutes now.
Yeah, I think I'd say Kissi did his job tonight, and you could see that he's drifting back. The Rhinos have dropped back into a 4-5-1, which I don't know if I agree with Lilly doing that or not, because they've been stronger with the 4-4-2.
The pressure's been great.
Yeah, they've been penetrating the defense, but you can see in the last 5 minutes that Baltimore's been able to knock the ball because the forwards are so far up. The forwards aren't putting pressure on the defense, and they're swinging it back and forth.
So Frank's facing a three-man wall. Delivers the service, and later clears it from the PK spot. And Neto is tugged on from behind, and there's going to be a call here at midfield. Montanino's going to go into the pocket again. And Franks picks up the second yellow card of the game, 65th minute. Franks now on. And Kissi is going to be coming off for Ryan Hines. This is in the 65th minute. As Mike mentioned, I think Kissi definitely did his job this evening. First start of the year. And 2 goals.
Yeah, I mean, he did score 2 goals, but you can see he's limping a little bit. He's not 90 minutes fit yet, but when he does become 90 minutes fit, watch out USSF Second Division, because
absolutely,
he's going to be a player to reckon with.
It's good to get him off, and gets a nice, well-deserved round of applause from the fans and from my color commentator as well. Hines, 25 years old, 10 games played. He's got 2 goals as well. Yes, he's going to take to the midfield here for the Rochester Rhinos.
And previous to the smart foul by Franks on Neto, because Neto just turned was going to go head to head with Roberts and pitch Cole in there.
There's the service. Headed away by Sanfilippo. Brooks, corner of the 18, and Marshall quickly turns and shoots off the mark. Goal kick for Scott Vallow and the Rhinos. 66 minutes in, Rochester has a 2-0 lead. Kissi, Hoxie, the only two players on the score sheet tonight for the Rhinos.
Yeah, but you can't forget about the hard worker Costanzo. I mean, Costanzo's the guy who's slipping the ball into and helping the penetrating passes. And that's great for a young guy to be doing that for this team. Getting one of his first starts here, his second start of the season. I mean, he's playing great.
I just want to see the second assist in soccer, kind of like hockey has. I mean, Costanzo, like you said, both of those goals, he was the orchestrator, serving the ball into the pressure situations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good steal here from Hoxie. Pejic gets the loose ball first, back to Bush. Headed at midfield by Montegalvan. Collision there, Spicer on the ground. Lucio comes away with it. Robson, slide tackle there by Sanfilippo. Throw in for Crystal Palace, Baltimore. Lucio, double team, able to split it through to Robson. He's going to have to go backwards though. Marshall to Brooks. Good job by Brooks getting away from the pressure of the Rhinos. Neto. Sanfilippo knocks it out of bounds. Throw in for Baltimore in front of their own bench.
Good stuff by Rochester. Neto gets the ball. There's two guys on him every single time. Which he can still dribble around them, so watch out.
Lucio. To Robson. Very wet, slick surface. The field turf here at Marina Auto Stadium. Lucio drives one hard and low. It's not going to get to Brooks on the far side. Or Mbuta, I'm sorry. There's Troy Roberts with it, 26-year-old. Played with Cleveland last year. Long ball. Can Hoxie get to it first? Nope. And it's Patterson doing some hard defensive work. Robson. Long service. No one there but Pitchcolin. Montegalvan. And Lucio will start the attack again at midfield. Later. Good ball into space, and Buta's got a beat on this one. Stops it. Far side of the 18. Left foot shot is blocked by Hines. Later tries another cross into the box. Costanzo clears it to the middle of the field. Lucio picks it up. Cuts to his right. Low, hard shot. Vallow diving to his right, poking it around the post.
I mean, wow, what great skill by Mbuta coming down that right-hand side, and he cuts Greenfield, cuts him again. I just think he should have taken the shot a little bit earlier, but Greenfield came back, was able to get back on that one, and then all of a sudden Mbuta takes a shot. He's got to shoot it earlier.
Lucio not afraid to go from distance, getting that little opening, and Vallow makes a good save as that one hit eyes for the lower corner.
Yeah, good parry by Vallow there to get it out of the net. Keep it out of the net there.
So Nishimura with this corner kick. Robson going to come and play it short. Corner of the 18 on the near side. Robson still with it. Cuts around. Little chip into the box. Headed into traffic by Mbuta. Off a Rhino defender. Another corner kick, this time from the far side. Third corner kick of the game for Baltimore.
Mbuta's been the most dynamic player for Baltimore thus far this half.
Nishimura to take this one again. High one, flicked forward off the head of Later. Headed back in by Patterson through traffic. And Neto able to spin with the right foot and find the back of the net. In the 70th minute, this one's not over yet.
Things happen on standard situations, and Neto was the guy who was there to finish the ball, finish the goal. I mean, letting the ball drop in the 18, the Rhinos just seemed a little flat. Like they're very comfortable with the 2-0 lead, and the ball just drops into the 18. There's nothing Vallow could have done there. Absolutely nothing.
So Neto with one assist. He's now got 1 goal to go along with that, as it is 2-1 Rochester leading Baltimore. And that 2-0, Mike, very dangerous lead.
Oh, very dangerous lead. You always sit back and you get a little bit comfortable, and you don't know what you want to do. You got to continue to play your game. And I think that the Rhinos fell back into a 4-5-1 when they were attacking on the 4-4-2, and they were really taking advantage of Baltimore. Now they're in the 4-5-1, and you see Baltimore's got some life, and they're attacking them.
There's another cross, this time cleared away by Pitch Colin, and Mike, I agree 100%. Patterson gets the assist. That's being changed. Neto from Patterson. And it's 2-1. A lot of time left as Baltimore not out of this one yet.
Yeah, Patterson was the guy who kept that alive and just put it right back into the 18, and unfortunately it slipped past. I don't know if it was Hoxie or Pitch Colin. It just, with the wet surface, it just slipped right under him. I mean, that happens. That definitely happens.
Roberts sticking it in hard there, clearing the ball away for the Rhinos up to Hoxie. And, you know, like you said, the Rhinos, they took their foot off the gas a little bit. They had one hand around the throat and then loosened it up by bringing Kissi back into the midfield. Robson coming forward. Here's Brooks. For about 10 minutes, it looked like they were going to be just kind of out of it, but then Baltimore just digging deep, finding a way. They're back into this one.
And who's the guy who's part of the goal scoring again against the Rhinos? Patterson.
Yep, this time he doesn't score, but he sets it up. There's Neto.
Neto's feeling it a little bit again. He's dropping into the midfield. He still looks fit. And the other thing is you can see Hoxie's a little lazy. He's the lone forward up there.
Long shot from Abuta from distance there.
You know, you got to switch both forwards at this point.
This guy. Versailles, Mike, is going to get his Rhinos debut. Kenold Versailles, the Haitian international, as Valos punt gets up over midfield. And they'll call a foul there on later. Looks like 2 changes coming up here for the Rhinos. And these changes in minute number 73. Hamilton will replace Hoxie. Mike, your thoughts on Hoxie's performance tonight?
Very, for me, surprisingly pleasant job today. I mean, he did a great job. He's strong, he holds the ball, and he slips it past the defenders. He also penetrates and he fights, and he doesn't not stop fighting. He's got a lot of heart. You can see it on the pitch.
So Rochester bringing Hamilton on. Versailles is replacing Costanzo. An old Versailles, 26 years old from Haiti. He did play 1 game this year with Crystal Palace Baltimore before, I guess, falling into the doghouse. But he's some high hopes for Versailles here in the middle of the field for the Rochester Rhinos. He makes his debut here in the 73rd minute.
Yeah, Versailles, Hamilton, and Hines, they've got their work cut out for them because you just took off 3 guys that really made things happen for the Rhinos, and they helped score the 2 goals.
Sanfilippo coming in from behind. As it's Brooks who is, Brooks taken down.
Familiar position for Brooks lately.
Yeah, he's been on the receiving end of a few shots here this evening.
But you know what? Brooks is working hard. You can see him working hard back here. He's really grown as a player in this league.
Lucio. Top of the 18. Nishimura, a little chip. And Valo's going to watch this one sail over the crossbar. 75th minute, the Rhinos with a 2-1 lead if you're just tuning in. Kissi with 2 goals in the 44th and 50th minutes. Neto with 1 in the 70th minute. So it's 2-1. Rhinos looking for their number 5 win of the season.
Yeah, I think Valo just kind of grinned at Nishimura there saying, hey, listen, don't you try that on me. You know, I was born, but not yesterday. Goalies hate that.
Hamilton does a good job. Spicer does a better job to keep it in bounds. Spicer cuts inside. Moving off the ball is Hines. And Brooks. His pass taken away by Hines. Sanfilippo is dumped hard from behind by Brooks. He doesn't care for that challenge, and the referee immediately separating the two players as this could get a bit ugly.
I think Brooks has gotten enough pieces from the Rhinos. I think he felt it was time for him to give one back.
He'll get a yellow card. First one of the game. Sanfilippo was taken down from behind.
Oh, yeah.
76th minute. Yellow for Mr. Brooks.
Yeah, that's a nasty tackle, and Frankie's got one for retaliation there. Absolutely, he encouraged the melee. Unfortunately, I may have done the same thing, you may have done the same thing, but it gets you a yellow card every single time.
So free kick for the Rhinos. Two yellows issued there. 3 for the Rhinos tonight. Pitchcole, Franks, and Sanfilippo. And Brooks, as you saw there, in the pouring rain, the only one for Baltimore. Free kick for the Rhinos. Some insurance would be great. It was off the foot, the side of the foot of Franks. Bush is there to pick it up.
Standard situations, the Rhinos have to do better than that. I haven't seen a good floating. I haven't seen a good whip into the box yet. You haven't seen it, and the Rhinos are getting free kicks, 25, 30 yards out, and they're not rewarding. Franks is the guy who's been on top of the ball, and he's not rewarding the guys that are getting in the box. There's not even an opportunity to get ahead on it.
See if that's going to be a factor here, because Baltimore not done quite yet. Opportunities abound for the Rhinos.
The other thing about the Rhinos, that's another goal against them that was on a standard situation. It's not in the run of play. It's from a corner kick. And the Rhinos have to get better on free kicks.
That has been the story this season. As Hines deflects this one out of bounds. 3 changes for the Rhinos, 2 for Baltimore.
When you see your group
Montegalvan just plays this one into the Baltimore half of the field. It's going to slide forward off the slick turf. And a goal kick for Evan Bush. He's got a 1.12 goals against average this year, 2 shutouts. After playing 7 games, Chase Harrison, the former Rhino, is the backup keeper. He was with Rochester in 2008. And they sent Chase to Andrew Walker to Portland for Andrew Greger. He really didn't develop into the player Rochester wanted under the Darren Tilley days, which were some tough ones in Rochester, no doubt about that.
Not as a player.
Not as a player, but as a coach.
Maybe as a coach.
The transition was very bumpy. And the Rhinos have rebuilt, keeping only 3 players from last season.
Hey, look at Maradona. His first game as a coach in the World Cup, he gets a win, right?
Franks was knocked in the head by Lucio. Maybe inadvertent, but nonetheless a free kick for the Rhinos. And Argentina did what they had to do today.
They
Picked
did.
up the 1-0 win.
Messi's just a pleasure to watch, huh?
Absolutely fantastic. Hines, he can turn and shoot here. Drives him with a left foot off of Pejic. Montegalvan, Hamilton. First to the ball, left-footed shot. It's wide of the post. Goal kick in the 79th minute. Rochester has a 2-1 lead over Crystal Palace, Baltimore.
Good ball by Montegalvan, and then good stuff by Hamilton to get just a little bit of open space and to get that shot off. Unfortunately, it's not on net. He's got to get that shot on frame. And you know what? Keep it down with this wet grass.
Crops in with it. Beto trying to get Patterson forward. Spicer. Can Franks get to it? Nope. Marshall's there first. Yoshitake is going to be checking in. As Jim Chernesky is going to try and at least get this one level. He's going to replace Brooks. So Brooks came out in the 32nd minute. And he's going to come off here in the 80th minute.
It's a good sub. You can see Brooks, he's starting to lose it a little bit. He just punted the ball off the field, and then he's yelling at the fans. Not very normal, Brooks. He's normally a better professional than that.
So Yoshitake, the 28-year-old, played in the J League from 2000 through 2008. He was with Charleston last season. 26 games played, 6 goals. Got some pace. There's the throw-in. Lucio gets it to Patterson, off Patterson's chest. On the ground for Neto. Good ball on the far side. Yoshitake. His first touch. Crossed into the box by Nishimura. Valo fighting through traffic. He's dumped at the 6. An easy call for the official as Mbuta colliding with the Rhinos keeper. And the rain, the heaviest we've seen it all night.
A little bit of a J-League connection there on the right-hand side of the field. Nishimura, Oshitake.
Thanks to bringing yoga to the virtual yoga studios of your Rochester Rhinos.
Rhinos going to make a change as well. TJ Gore is going to be checking in. And our top-notch producer, John Catalano, says it's going to be Spicer coming off. Like, I don't know how he does it. From a trailer that's a million miles away, he knows who the next change is going to be. Guy's amazing. Deflected off Baltimore.
Smart man.
In his own mind. 82nd minute. 2-1 Rochester leads. Sanfilippo with a throw in here. We're going to have to shift gears and start thinking U.S. Open Cup in a few minutes here. Spicer. Sanfilippo. Little chip into the box. Hines can't get his head on it. And Nishimura. Played forward looking for Yoshitake. Motogavan beats him to the ball. Hines looking to spin and turn. He's got a hard right-footed shot. That's deflected and it goes out of bounds. Corner kick for the Rhinos. We've seen Hines in the past just unleash some rockets from that space.
Yeah, he does a great job coming off the bench, and he's creating things. But Motogavan, same thing. He's being very patient, and he slips the ball to Hines here, who then turns and gets a great shot off.
So 83rd minute, it is Spicer who comes off. TJ Gore coming on. Gore, 22 years old. This will be his 8th appearance of the season. Has that knack, that speed that a lot of these young Rhino players have brought to the table in 2010. There's Franks, corner kick from the near side. Into the box, pitch Colin, heads it back at the 6. Ball's loose. Marshall comes away with it for Baltimore. Out of bounds off of Hines, throwing for Crystal Palace, Baltimore on the far side. Nishimura to take it. Yoshitake spins away, coming forward, a little too heavy on the touch, but able to keep possession. Pushed it a little too far in front of him, but able to still hold on to it this time. Neto and Greenfield are going to fight for the ball now. And it's out of bounds. Oh, they kept it in on the far side. Now Greenfield comes away with it. Greenfield played his indoor soccer with Baltimore this past season. Oh, Hines is dumped. Just over midfield on the far side. 85th minute. Referee wants to see later. Has a little word with him. And Motogavan will get us back underway.
You can see how patient Motogavan is on the ball, and he's doing his job. That's his job as the holding midfielder, is just to be patient, switch the ball from side to side, and then slip it in when it needs to be slipped in.
Yoshitake spinning, falls down, but Baltimore can hang on to this one. Robson, more pressure now coming from Gore and the Rhinos. And Mbuta to Lucio in the midfield. Yoshitake Nisha Murr overlapping on the far side. Takes a touch, drives one into the box. Little side kick or a back flick from Roberts. And this will go all the way back to Bush. Scoreboard showing 10 shots each. Corner kicks, 3 apiece as well. Later's long ball. Looking for Patterson. Sanfilippo goes down. Patterson comes up with the ball. And Buta, little cross in, no one there. As Greenfield heads it out of the 18.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Baltimore wants to win this game or not. I mean, no one's in the box. Even in the last one, it was 3 guys in the box. It was a little bit of a build-up. They had time to get in there. And there was only 3 guys in the box against 6 Rhinos.
So Rochester will go to the bench once again here in a few minutes. As a defender, Tyler Bellamy, getting his work orders from head coach Bob Lilly. There's Versailles, good hard tackle. Knocks Later off the ball and given away though by the Rhinos. It's into space for Patterson. Vallo comes off his line, decides to go back. Patterson, corner of the 18. Plays it through everyone. That's a bad giveaway.
Real bad giveaway. He had Mbuta, and Mbuta's the guy who's been dynamic right at the top of the 18. Mbuta and Neto, the 2 guys that you want to have the ball.
It's Baltimore with possession. Yoshitake blasts it off of Jonathan Greenfield. And Crystal Palace, Baltimore picks up a throw-in. Mike mentioned the J-League connection on the far side. Nishimura and Yoshitake. Hamilton. It's the ball played to him. It's behind Hines. But Hamilton's hard work able to get it back onto the foot of a Rochester Rhino. Franks. Little back heel. Lucio steps in front of that one, takes it away.
A lot of activity on that right-hand side with Nishimura and Oshitake, and it seems like Nishimura's got some new life. So he was quiet all game. All of a sudden, Oshitake's in there, and Nishimura's up and down that line. I mean, I know it is the last 5 minutes of the game now, and he is pressing a little bit, but maybe he should have been doing that the entire match. They're definitely making Greenfield work quite a bit right now.
Could be too little, too late for Baltimore as Franks will come off. Tyler Bellamy will come on. He played his college soccer just down the road, St. Bonaventure University. And Bob Lilly always coaching and teaching, having a deep talk here with Jamie Franks, his young midfielder. Always looking though to improve and show his players different ways. There's Boots on the far side, trying to turn the corner on Greenfield. He can't. Greenfield's clearance comes to Later. 6,676 here this evening. Rochester Rhinos, thank you for your attendance. Can they hold on with a win? 89 minutes in. It's 2-1 Rochester. Marshall. Near side for Robson. Gore fighting with Robson. Patterson fighting off Sanfilippo. Pitch Colin. Slides in. Quickly taken on the throw-in. And Buta is dumped. And Crystal Palace wanted a call. Not going to happen. As Buta has possession again in the near side. His cross off of Sanfilippo. And Brooks was furious, kicked over the dumpster on the bench.
Brooks might get a yellow card on the bench. He's got to relax.
Little garbage can that's on the bench was knocked over. Headed off the corner kick there. Greenfield has the top of the 18. Bad giveaway, Lucio. He can't hit it on goal as Roberts took that one right off the face. He's down, top of the 18 for the Rhinos.
You know, Mbuta made that look, he was either fouled or he made it look great because even Brooksy bought it, so.
Mike, dumpster, garbage can, you know what I was talking about, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I saw it, though.
Mesky still unhappy with the official. Lucio unwinding, unleashing a powerful shot that Roberts is going to have to shake off. He's up on his feet. Good to see that he'll be okay. He's been the Iron Man for the Rhinos. He's played every single minute this year. That's a boxer taking one off the chin. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Size push from behind, and Roberts will just clean up the mess. Robson. And Hamilton's not going to keep it in. Not going to keep it in. Robson with the throw-in. Neto looking to receive it. But TJ Gore will head it over the end line, and it'll be a goal kick for Crystal Palace Baltimore. Is there anything left in the tank? Baltimore had a 2-goal lead with 7 minutes left. They surrendered 2 goals, ended up 3-3 on Wednesday in Miami. We'll see if there's any late game heroics. Lucio, later. Tackled at midfield. The referee says they got ball. Will continue to play. Sanfilippo. Robson steps in front of that. Hamilton now into space. They'll say Gore is onside. Hines making his run inside the box. The cross from Gore.
Same story right there. Same story right there. The crosses have to be better from both teams, really. In the second half here, Baltimore has been hitting their crosses a lot better, getting some opportunities, but the Rhinos haven't changed that.
Stoppage time now. Played about 35 seconds of stoppage time. 4 minutes are called for. Neto lays it off for later. Back for Patterson now. Pitch Cullen knocks it out of bounds. Throwing for Baltimore. Lucio. Bad giveaway. Motogavan just sends it deep. Way down Baltimore's half of the field, and Bush is going to have to start the whole attack again.
The Rhinos have themselves in a flat back 5 right now.
There's Robson. He's just going to test this flat back 5, and one of the 5 pitch Cullen. Nothing cute, just gets it deep back into the Baltimore half. Pejic. Just long ball and hope for Baltimore now. Rochester's got that wall set up. See if Neto changes the tempo. Lays it off for Lucio.
That's what Baltimore's been missing the entire match. A guy that can slip past 2 guys.
There's Mbuta. Neto off the chest, a right-footed volley. It's not going to trouble Vallo. As luckily for the Rhinos, it was straight at the keeper.
That's a guy you want to hit the ball at the top of the 18 because you see the patience. Most players in this league, they may try to hit that one time, try to head it from 18 yards out. Yeah. Neto brings it down on his chest, takes a look. Unfortunately, he doesn't lace it right.
He's shaking his head. You can see he knows he should have done better there. Robertson, Hamilton coming forward now. Midway through stoppage time. Actually, no, about 3 minutes into the stoppage time. And Mbuta, not much left on the clock for Baltimore. They picked up 3 points on May 19th in Rochester. The Rhinos want to return the favor here. It's off of Sanfilippo. As we are close to the 4-minute mark. And that'll do it. Baltimore want to get that last throw-in in, but not going to happen. So your final score this evening, Rochester 2, Crystal Palace, Baltimore 1. We'll take a short break. The Rhinos victorious on the Rhinos Broadcast Network.
Look at this Verizon bill. What is with the complexity? My life was complicated enough. What is the code? Well, I don't know your mother's birthday by heart. That's why I have Time Warner Cable. Their bills are simple. Let's be honest, it works for me.
Easy? Verizon doesn't get it. Time Warner Cable does. Get digital phone for $19.95 per month when you switch from another provider.
Rochester, 1880, the year the Zweigel family began providing their legendary products. Today, this local women-owned family business introduces a new line of specialty chicken sausages, including Italian, chorizo, and spinach and feta. Lower in fat and sodium, gluten-free and fully cooked. Zweigel's chicken sausages are ready in minutes to add to your favorite pasta, rice dish, or soup for the whole family to enjoy. Items available at Tops or your friendly neighborhood grocery store. Enjoy Zweigel's specialty chicken sausages today.
Summer in Rochester can mean only one thing: great goals, great saves, and Rhino soccer. The Rochester Rhinos 2010 season continues at Marina Auto Stadium, Saturday, June 12th against Crystal Palace, Baltimore. Be among the first 5,000 fans and receive a handheld Rhinos fan, courtesy of Time Warner. For tickets, call 454-KICK.
The web has revolutionized the way people shop for virtually everything, and AuctionDirect.com has done the same for shopping for used vehicles. Buy the finest used vehicles, whether we have it in inventory or you want us to go out and find it. Sell your used vehicle, whether you're purchasing a vehicle from us or not. And research comparable prices at every other dealership in the area so you're 100% confident and 100% satisfied. AuctionDirect.com. The lowest price, the best experience.
And we are back at Marina Auto Stadium. Final score this evening: the Rochester Rhinos pick up a 2-1 victory. They are now 5-3-3. They've got 18 points. Depending on what Tampa Bay does this evening, they could be tied with the Tampa Bay Rowdies at 18 points. Isaac Kissi with 2 goals this evening. Andrew Hoxie with 2 assists. And Neto getting the late goal for Baltimore, trying to make this one closer. But it just wasn't enough time as Rochester holds on for the 2-1 win, Mike. And they return the favor. May 19th, Baltimore got out of here with a 1-0 win.
Yeah, I mean, Rhinos needed a win here. They tied the last game 0-0 against a team that they should be winning against. And you're at home, you have to win a game 2-1. You know, and what Baltimore did was they came here and they did not play the ball through Neto. They got to give the ball to Neto. He's got to run the show, and they didn't. And things happen when Neto gets the ball. And Buddha too. I'd like to see Neto and Buddha run the show in the middle center of the park with maybe a 4-5-1 later or Lucio behind them. I think Baltimore would do a better job that way.
So they didn't do it, and they paid the price this evening. Let's go down to field level now. Our Nothnagel player of the game, Isaac Kissi, joins us, says he's gotten 2 goals this evening. Isaac, welcome to the post-game show. Congratulations. You get the start this evening. You pay the coach back with 2 goals. Must feel like just a ton of weight off your shoulders.
Yeah. First of all, I have to thank God for, bringing me back from that injury, and and I thank the guys for putting confidence in me to get my touches back, and the hard work paid. I worked hard this week, so I really like the result.
Yeah, how did it feel scoring that second goal though? I mean, that one was brilliant.
Well, I kind of anticipated the ball because I knew Hoxie had no choice but to touch the ball in. So I just peeled off my man and actually had the ball before the goalie came out. So I decided to just tuck it in the back of the net, and it felt great. I was very happy.
You started off kind of in a wide position in the midfield, then you switched up top alongside of Hoxie. You guys seem to have a nice connection. He had both assists this evening. Costanzo helping out as well. But talk about that shift that Coach Babley made pushing up top with Hoxie.
Well, first of all, the idea was to get the ball behind the defenders, always turn them with the run. And Coach had confidence in me about my speed, so he decided to put me outside and start, just running the them anytime I had the ball. And he felt like, well, I did a nice job of the outside mid, but he felt like I could combine with Hoxie because I practiced all week. We were doing that. I was playing up top with Hoxie, so it turned out great.
Isaac, you did a great job up top. What I really love about goals, you've been watching the World Cup. The best celebration has been with South Africa. What's with the celebration and beating up the corner flags?
Well, my dad was into boxing growing up, and actually I met one boxing superstar back home, Azuma Nelson. He's known around the world, and he's one person who taught me how to work hard, and hard work pays off. So anytime I score right from college, I do that just to thank him, or just it reminds me of him.
Well, Isaac, the fans are going to love that goal celebration. Hopefully, we will see a lot more of that. Congratulations, 2 goals this evening. Got the start, and you paid huge dividends.
Thank you very much.
All right, Isaac Kissi, thank you very much. He is our Nothnagel player of the game with 2 goals, one in the 44th minute and one in minute number 50. So, Mike Kissi, 2 goals, Hoxie, 2 assists. The Rhinos got some goals after really a lackluster performance against Minnesota last week.
Yeah, I mean, but the patience with Monogavon and Costanzo in the center of the park. Costanzo really very, very impressive for such a young guy. Monogavon, he was a very defensive midfielder that just held there, patient, knocking side to side. And then both those guys were slipping it in. Frank, you can't forget about Frank's hard work, Spice's hard work, but still, Monogavon and Costanzo, good midfield play today. And the back four, also solid in the back. And Baltimore made it simple for them with Neto just leaning on the back. Patterson and Neto, a lot of hard work, but it was very simple for Pitch Colin and Roberts tonight.
All right, Mike, great job as usual. The Rhinos are back in action on Tuesday, first round of the U.S. Open Cup, June the 15th, right here at Marina Auto Stadium. They will take on Dayton from the PDL. Hope you enjoyed tonight's TV coverage. Stick around. Radio postgame show continues. Rochester is victorious 2-1 over Crystal Palace, Baltimore. For Mike Kerms, our TV producer John Catalano, I'm Joe Giuliano saying good night on the TV side here on the Rhinos Broadcast Network.